my name is Rob Liefeld. I draw comics, and I've created a bunch of characters.
And who's the big guy?
Among them, Deadpool, Cable, X-Force, Domino, Youngblood Supreme, Prophet. A lot. As a kid, man, this wouldn't stop thinking and generating, and comics is a great canvas. So I put it to use.
How old were you when you started drawing comics?
You know, I graduated high school in 1985 because I'm old, and I was hired in '87. It was about 18 months, and then 28 years.
Wait, so who's your favorite character that you've come up with?
That I've come up with. My favorite comic book character ever, and it influences, is Wolverine. When I was a kid, people forget that the X-Men book was in reprints. No one would buy it because they were bored by the original X-Men, and it was in reprints for 3 years. Marvel just kept the trademark. Then they did Giant Size X-Men #1 with Wolverine, Storm, and Colossus, and I was at the comic store when I picked that up, and I heard the heavens go, ah, like, what is this new X-Men? These aren't the X-Men. The old X-Men were so boring. And Wolverine, just the mystery that they created around him the first 10 years of his existence influenced Cable, how I approach Cable, because I tell people, without Cable, you don't get to Deadpool, because Cable was such a success that Marvel let me take over the book. And so that's when my first issue as writer and artist, I'm like, I got to stack the deck. I got to follow Cable. That's a big act to follow. So that's why I tell people there's 3 characters on the cover of New Mutants '98. Deadpool, Domino, and poor Gideon, who didn't take. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? So that was just Deadpool introducing him as with ties to Cable and X-Force, and the mystery around him, and then the attitude and the violence and the jokes. It seemed to take. People used to lick envelopes and send mail, and there was no text, there was no Twitter, there was no email. They said, Rob, we got all this mail. We've never gotten mail on a character like this. We haven't in 20 years. And that's why I tell people, if you go to X-Force, and why X-Force #1, we followed that story, but there's a Deadpool trading card, because you got to have Deadpool. And X-Force #2, the characters aren't even on the cover. Deadpool's on the cover, and Deadpool's in every other issue because the fans demanded it. Marvel was like, no, you have to put Deadpool in all the time. So really, I've always said the fans have carried Deadpool, always. He's always been super fan favorite, and Marvel has only mismanaged him once when they took his clothes off and made him Agent X, and everyone booed. So then they restored him, and he's been a rocket ship ever since.
My favorite thing to do when I come to conventions is like bring a flask and take a shot every time I see someone dressed as Deadpool.
Oh, so you're wiped out in the first 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's
a bad. If you want to have a good time, do that. Kids, tomorrow, do that. At your next convention, you're going to be staggering 15 minutes in. I mean, the Deadpools are everywhere.
There's so many Deadpools.
When you're an artist and you draw a character, and then that character comes off the page, and you see it flesh and blood all around you, it's screwy. I can't describe it. It's screwy awesome, not screwy bad.
You're really controversial, though.
I used to be, but now that I'm old, everyone just likes me. You know, when I was young...
I want that to happen to me.
When I was young, I had a mouth. I picked fights with everybody. And when you pick fights with everybody, they're going to come back on you. Now I'm a dad. I got 3 kids. I'm such a nice guy. Sometimes I really bore myself. I wish I was controversial again. I can't find my way back to controversy.
I'll help you. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Oh, no, thank you. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Enjoy Comikaze.